like to invite Rabbi Cohen to say a few words, to come up. These rabbis, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. It's not easy for them. Not easy at all. Surprising how the rabbis make it, but some Maulanas don't. Rabbi, thank you so much.
I pray that our words this afternoon should be correct in the eyes of the Almighty, and we should come to the correct conclusions and the correct results. Our gathering here, as has been over a number of years, is to commemorate the tragic occupation by the Zionists in Palestine. And this is a festering sore that has been going on for 100 years and more, all through what is known as Zionism. What is Zionism? Zionism is a political, secular movement, nothing to do with Judaism. Zionism and Judaism are two totally opposing concepts. A lot of the world, sadly, do not know this. The Zionists have been very successful in their propaganda activity over the years in persuading both Jews and non-Jews to the correctness of their cause. But in fact, the fact of the matter is that Zionism is 100 years old, Judaism is thousands of years old. Judaism is a religion, a way of life, a compassionate way of life. Zionism is a harsh, nationalistic movement which has nothing to do with Judaism whatsoever. And Zionism, in their activity, wanted to form a state. First of all, forming a state is against our Jewish belief. But I'm not going to tell you about our Jewish belief, because that is something more understandable to the Jewish people. But it's also against Jewish humanitarian values, coming into somebody's land and taking over their country, confiscating their homes, depriving them of their livelihoods and of their lives, and causing a confrontation which over the years, the decades, has caused tens and tens of thousands of deaths, not only Palestinian but also Jewish, tens of thousands of deaths of all people, a movement which is totally unnecessary for the Jewish people, and only desired by those with nationalistic ideas who have no real Judaism in themselves whatsoever. So I must tell you that I and my colleagues are here in support of the opposition to the Israeli regime today, but this is not only here, this is in many other countries, the United States and in Canada and in other places where there are many, many Jews, thousands of Jews gathering also in support of the opposition to the Zionist idea. I won't know what to call them, the people behind us who are holding up notices saying peace not hate, but they are ignoring, and in fact not only they, but all the nations, the Western nations of the world, including the United States and including this country, are ignoring that it is the Zionists who originally caused this hate. Hate doesn't grow out of the thin air. The very formation of the Zionist idea right from the Balfour Declaration 100 years ago and carrying on to the formation of the state is a rogue concept. It's a flawed concept, and it is bound right from the start to have caused disaster. There were many prominent politicians back in the 1920s who understood that it was a recipe for disaster. But sadly, they were overruled by others, and so the Zionist idea succeeded and caused a terrible tragedy decade after decade, right up to the present time. I would also like to, just before I finish, point out to you, if you want to know more about Jewish Orthodox, and I represent authentic Orthodox Jewish people, if you want to know more about Jewish Orthodox opposition to Zionism, you can see more on the website of our movement, Neturei Karta, which is nkusa.org.
Free, free,
Palestine.
free, free,
Palestine.
free, free,
Palestine.
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
free, free,
Palestine.
free, free,
Palestine.
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will